Hey guys, welcome to Mitch's Vinyl Corner and thanks for stopping by. So it's been about 2 weeks since I received the great products from the guys over there at stackaudio and integrated them into my system. So throughout the last 2 weeks, I have listened to a lot of different types of records, whether that be jazz, whether that be classic rock, whether that be metal. And I can say without question, these products live up to their name. And what I mean by that is that as soon as I put the first record on, it was a jazz record. I believe it was, now I'm thinking about it. It was actually John Coltrane's Blue Train, the mono version. And very well recorded album, The Tone Poet, all analog, Kevin Gray mastering. There were things that were coming out of my speakers that I had never heard before. And I was just blown away. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's just one record. Let me do a couple other tests. Tests in records that are maybe not considered like audiophile, right? So I used Thin Lizzy's Jailbreak. Great classic rock album. Got a lot of punch, a lot of drive to it. Again, blown away again. The depth and the clarity that was coming out of my speakers, I had never heard of before. Absolutely no vibration, no humming, no unwanted noise, none of that. The soundstage was huge and it was boomy in a very, very good way. And one of the biggest differences that I heard within a record, I'll pull it out here. I probably should have pulled it out a little bit ago. But it was Midnight Sugar by the Yamamoto Tishio Trio. I hope I said that right. I probably butchered it. Now this is, a highly sought after jazz record. This is from the Three Blind Mice. If you're not familiar with them, Impex Records sells this album. I listened to it a bunch of times before. It's one of my favorite jazz albums. But it got to the point where I could actually hear the musicians in the background actually like humming to themselves or actually like having like a sidebar conversation. It was absolutely unbelievable. Things that I'd never heard of before. So overall, if we want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, these products are absolutely essential. Now, if you're a seasoned audiophile that's been doing this for a very long time, you probably already know about these guys and you probably already have them integrated into your system. But even if you have something that's maybe mid-fi, low-fi, whatever your budget is, but if you want to take that to the very next level without really breaking the bank, these products from stackaudio are going to serve you just as good. And what I mean by that is that's going to bring out more of what your system is capable of. So starting off with the Serene MAT and the stabilizer, I was using the MoFi record weight for a long time. And in my previous video, I said it was very, very heavy. It was meant to flatten the record so the tone arm and the cartridge track the grooves a little bit better. That was all great. However, I noticed when I was using the MoFi record weight, I felt like it was maybe, I don't want to say like hurting the platter or anything. It took a long time for the platter to get up to speed. I don't know, maybe because the record weight was so heavy, and I just kind of felt like it was maybe like, I don't want to say damaging the platter or the gears or anything, but I just thought maybe this thing's a little bit too heavy. And it was designed by MoFi, and I have the MoFi turntables, so they're supposed to, work well together. However, when I put the Serene Record MAT on and I used the stabilizer, everything changed. There were almost no pops, no clicks, no unwanted vibration, no humming. It was just pure musical fidelity. It was very, 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 very good. So moving on to the equipment stabilizers that I have underneath my preamp and underneath my amplifier, I noticed that I wasn't getting like electrical feedback or any sort of like humming noise or anything. And I think that really brought out the sound stage a lot better, you know, as the music traveled down to the preamplifier, to the amplifier, into the speakers, opened up that sound stage. At least to my ears, that's what it was feeling like. And then I used the speaker isolators for my Wharfdale Linton Heritage speakers. And the nice thing about those is that they actually come with carpet spikes. So if you have carpet like I do in my room, you're able to get a little bit more grip on the carpet so the speakers don't slide or anything. But overall, I have to say these products are absolutely incredible. I realized after, 5 or 6 years of doing this, very heavily and very much getting into it, that isolation is definitely key. You need some sort of isolation within all your equipment, in my opinion. Now, again, if you're just getting into this hobby, I recommend, getting your system tuned in to your ears and then you focus on isolation, right? But if you already have your system set up, you've had it for a long time and you want to take it to the next level without buying more expensive components or anything like that or switching them out, I highly recommend going with stackaudio and getting their products from their isolation line. I feel like it has improved my system overall 1,000%. And I'm not saying that just because, stackaudio was kind enough to send me these or anything. I'm being 100% transparent and honest with you because that's what my channel is all about. Not here to blow smoke up your ass or anything like that. Here to give you my honest feedback and what I hear in my ears, right? I think these products are for anybody really wanting to take their stereo system to the next level. And I'm going to cut away for a second and then actually show you where I placed everything at. All right, so here is my Parasound preamp, and I have the equipment isolators underneath the feet here. Again, whenever you do get these products, just, make sure everything is leveled. And again, underneath my Leak Audio 130 amplifier. And now moving over to the speakers. So these were really, really easy to put in. Stackaudio will help you with determining what size thread that you need for your particular speaker stands. And I know you can't see them, but I do have the carpet spikes in the bottom of each of these. As well as over here too. I just gotta say it looks really, really, really good. You got the Serene mat here. Yep, just lays right over it. And you got the stabilizer right here. You can hear it too. It's got those beads in it to help with isolation and everything. I really hope that you guys consider going to their website, check them out, hit them up, ask questions. Their customer service is fantastic, and really consider putting these into your system. Now, I also wanted to show you guys a couple of vinyl pickups that I got over the last week or so. So I got the Clash's first album, US pressing. And the cool thing about this one is that this actually comes with the promo 45. It has 2 extra tracks on it. And I'm a big Clash fan. I think they were very, very important to punk rock. I have this, and I have an original pressing of London Calling US. definitely great. Highly recommend you get the first Clash album. And then I also got 2 Japanese pressings, first pressings of the Eagles Hotel California 1976 Japanese pressing with the OB insert, everything. And the Eagles The Long Run, first Japanese press, 1979. Full disclosure, I think the Eagles Long Run is the Eagles' best album. It's my favorite Eagles album. I think it was their best, even though it was their last and the band was going through a lot of turmoil at that point. And then they broke up and didn't play again until 1994 when they reunited. So I really hope that you guys like this video. I really enjoyed doing it. I want to thank stackaudio, Josh and Theo in particular, for sending me these items to review. It was an absolute pleasure, and I highly, highly recommend it. And also shout out to Louis V from Vinyl Latte for getting me in touch with these guys over at stackaudio. So with that, thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you all next time.